Hi there, this is Cam with Judy. We're going to do a 15-minute seated mindful movement practice. So let's give it a go and see what happens. A 15-minute seated mindful movement practice. This practice involves moving slowly, simply and safely. Our bodies are all different, and we honor these bodies by listening to what they have to tell us. So only doing what feels okay, giving ourselves permission to adapt and adjust any guidance so as to meet the needs of our own bodies. Our intention here is to experience the body in motion as it moves slowly. There is no destination with this practice. We are just experiencing these bodies as they move slowly, as a way to stay connected to the present moment. And doing all this without judgment, with a kindness and friendliness towards ourselves. So, sitting in a straight-backed chair, the spine upright, allowing the hands to rest on the thighs or lap, with palms facing upwards here. Allowing the weight of the body to move downwards, giving all this weight up to the chair and the floor beneath you. Allowing the face, shoulders, hands, belly and bum area to be soft. And dropping your awareness here into the body, being with the movement of the breath as it moves in and out of this body. Our first movement here is called opening hands. So gently allowing the fingers on one hand to open and close as an expression of the breath. So the fingers opening with each in-breath and closing with each out-breath. So the flow of the movement here is a natural rhythm or synchronization with the rhythm of the breath. Now repeating this slow movement with the other hand. So fingers opening with an inhale and closing with each exhale. Next, inviting both hands to do this opening and closing movement to mirror the breathing in the body. So remembering to keep the body soft as best you can, and then letting the hands come back to stillness. Now just being with the after effects of this movement on the body. So is there anything to notice here? Sensations of warmth, tingling or energy? Or maybe no sensations. Our next movement here is called wrist rotations. So letting your shoulders drop and soften, and breathing as naturally as you can. And gently supporting one forearm with the opposite hand in a very light hold. And then gently and smoothly rotate the hand around the wrist in a circle within your range of movement. Be careful not to overgrip the arm or tense the face. Keep the breath soft here, soft and even. And when you've done a few rotations, turn your wrist in the other direction for a few circles. Now relax back down into the starting position for a few breaths and notice the effect of the movement. Comparing the two sides of the body. Does the side you have just moved feel different from the other? A little more alive, perhaps? Or maybe a little more stretched, or perhaps warmer? And if you don't observe any particular difference between the two sides of the body, just be aware of that. Now repeat on the other side. So resting the forearm in the opposite hand, and then smoothly rotate the hand around the wrist for a few circles. Always checking that the face is soft and the shoulders are soft, and that the hand holding the forearm is not gripping too tightly here. And then reverse direction for a few rotations. And so at the end, just letting the arms come back down to your lap and sensing into the after effects of this movement. The next movement here is called sliding the feet. So just allowing both feet to be flat on the floor with hands resting on the lap. And beginning here by moving gently and slowly one foot away from the chair, while keeping the sole of the foot in contact with the floor. Allow the moving foot to lightly point its toes, creating a slight stretch here in the ankle. Then slowly moving this leg and foot back to its original position. Now doing the same thing with the other foot, just sliding it slowly, pointing the toes, and then drawing that foot back to its original position. And just alternating here, sliding one foot away and back, and then the other foot away, then back. Remembering to keep the breath here natural and relaxed, and letting the pace of these movements naturally flow with your breath. So just doing this in a way that feels okay for you. If at any point you feel that you need to stop, just taking a rest here and visualizing the movements. And also recognizing, are you able to play with any edges here? Acknowledging when you can push a little more And when you meet a hard edge, where you know it is unwise to move or push any further, and now inviting you back to stillness here once again, and sensing into the aftertaste of these movements on the body. Noticing any sensations that may be here now. Maybe noticing how sensations in the body are always changing in some way. And now doing some shoulder rotations here. Now placing the fingers of each hand on its shoulder. So the left fingers are gently coming to the left shoulder, and the right fingers are gently coming to the right shoulder. And using the elbows here to draw circles. So the elbows come up and out as if these elbows are drawing circles. Maybe drawing circles in a backwards motion. Maybe starting with small circles and allowing them to get bigger and bigger. So seeing if you can breathe with this movement. And remember, if this motion causes discomfort, making this a really small movement or simply just imagining doing it. In your own time, when you feel ready, changing direction with these circles. So once again, just starting with small circles and getting bigger and bigger if that feels okay for you. Breathing with this movement once more. So it's good to remember here that it is the quality of the awareness that is important here, rather than how much you actually move. So listening to your body here, listening to your breath, and moving in a way that is right for you. Keeping everything as soft as you can. And pausing here once again, allowing both hands to come to rest on the lap, and just noticing the echo of sensations here in the body after these movements. And as this mindful movement practice now draws to a close, just maybe recognizing that you have given yourself this time here to sense into your body in slow movement. As you practice being with the present moment experience as you sit here. And again, just recognizing that this meditation practice also affords us the opportunity to pause, to check in, and to just be.